Hey guys, it's Creativity Corner here, and today I'm going to be teaching you the do's and don'ts of an eye. The left side is going to represent the don'ts, and the right side is going to represent the do's. So, let's get started. So, basically, what most people would do, that's a mistake, is they would drop almond eyes with a small eyelid, and their eyebrow would be a little bit off. But in reality, our eyes are not like that. Our eyes are more, droopy. And then, so, and plus, the inner eye corner is not presented in most of the don'ts. And then here, instead of going more narrowed down on the eye, we go more gradually because I feel like that would be more better. And it's okay to erase multiple times until you get that perfect line because when you do, it would look really good. And then now the bottom line is a little bit more curved, I would say. And now the eyelid is actually much bigger considering most of our eye is technically not in the eye, it's actually up there. So it's good if you have a big eyelid there. And then for the eyebrow, it is that you have to have mainly the main eyebrows nowadays, they're in a specific word, like a rectangle kind of like the base shape, and it goes like down at the end. It's like more pointy. No, not more like narrow. I don't know. Describe it. Well, it's gonna be presented there, and that's how I find most eyebrows nowadays. So now I put a line in between because that's gonna be the base. So now let's get started with the other eye. So what I usually see is there's a perfect circle with a dot, like in the middle there's a pupil. Well, and then a little dot. But in reality, that's not how our eyes are. Like I was saying before, some of our eyelids in the eyelid. So instead, I'm gonna start from the eyelid and then go down. And then remember, I'm gonna stop at this moment because there is a water line. In the don't, there's no water line, so that's how it shows the perfect circle. Well, on this one there is, where our eyelashes are. So after I draw that, I mainly just finish. So now I'm just gonna be erasing all the guidelines I drew, so we can just start out with an example to get started into the iris. Okay. So now that I'm almost done erasing, I'm fixing up everything that got erased that shouldn't have been, and now we're getting started with the iris. Now the iris, it is somewhat like before, but it's gonna be more like somewhat round, more like it's gonna be kind of round, but not at the same time not. So like before, you can do two ways of how the eye reflective is. You can do like I was before racing, where it's two coming out of one end and going in. But that's not the look I'm going to go for today. So now we're going to get ready to do some of the eyes. So I'm taking this Prismacolor Ebony, and then we're coloring in the iris, because the iris is in the kind of light reflective that my eye is in, the eye is in, it's like kind of black. The iris is black, just like the don't. But the thing is, the don't has also a light reflective on the eye, the little white dot, so it wouldn't work like that. So now I'm just smoothing up the iris, getting ready to do what next. And along with the smoothing, I'm erasing just the outer parts. Okay. So now we are going to get ready to work on what you would do usually at the beginning. So what I see most people do at the beginning is that they're drawing in the eye with like the little like lines of the iris. But in reality, that's not really what I do. Like this is what I used to do all the time. I used to just and then like draw the lines and then I would smooth it out and I just shade inside, stuff like that. That's what I would usually do back like when I was like before, or even I even do that. But now that's not what I usually do. Now I shade I shade the main parts. For example, I shade the eyebrows, you can see right now. I shade the eyelid. And I do all of that, and then I take a blending stump or a Tortillion and I just go all over it just to make it look more smooth. So now I'm doing the eyelid because the thing is, the eyelids have creases, and the creases would it's good if it looks shaded, especially in a graphite drawing, because the thing is, it's the crease. So, and the creases are mainly like that. So when you're doing in a graphite drawing, using your blending stuff will be really, really helpful. So now I'm just doing the eye because that's the base, like the base, the very, 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 very base. So it's okay if it's the eye itself isn't smooth because it's gonna be covered by layers and layers and layers. So it's fine. So now that you're done blending everything that's necessary, we're gonna start out with the base lines. So for this, I would recommend using a mechanical pencil because it has thinner lead compared to a regular wooden pencil. So basically, right now I'm just drawing the base layers and for the eye, because again, it doesn't matter if it's like how it looks because it is just the base for many, 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 many layers. So now on the don't, we're doing the eyebrows. Now the eyebrows, how I usually see it goes up in the middle and then it goes to the like sides into the end. Well, in reality, it looks just like one is with a like a thick wooden pencil I usually see people doing it with, and instead, because we blended it, that's like our base for the eyebrow. So now I'm going to be taking some two Micron pens. One is a 02 and one's a 03. And I'm going to start out with the 02, and I'm doing it because it's thin. So basically what we're doing is we're drawing very thin miniature like hairs for the eyebrow. And it's better to do more because it'll look more full and more realistic. So basically now what I'm doing is I am just filling in the eyebrow, trying to fill it up as much so it would look more full. So now that we're almost done with it, we are going to get ready to do the next step. And for the eyebrow. So now I'm just completing how it is like at the end, and I'm just going over with my 03 to just make the lines that start new strands look less noticeable. So what I usually do is that I don't make it follow the base shape because it like eyebrows are natural. They're like in many different kind of places. So we don't have to make it look like the base. The base is just there. So now we are working on the eye again. So what I usually see is after putting in the lines, people do lines inside of it to make it look somewhat realistic. Well, actually, that's not what I usually do. What I usually do is take my Prismacolor pencil and then I draw the eye dark. This is because you're gonna go back and erase. So it's better to start out shading dark to make the lines look more, what's the word? Like to make the glare and to make the eyes just look more like realistic. So I'm taking the second layer and filling up my blending stump, just blending, 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 and then I'm just taking my eraser and erasing the outline. So now that we're just gonna continue making it look more darker. And as well as erasing the things that are outside the line. So now that we've done that, we're going to start adding the lines for the actual eye. And as you see, I've erased the bottom to give it more of like a white kind of glow. So next now we're doing his eyelashes. Now you can see on the left, I did like everywhere because that's what I usually see. But on the right, that's not what I did. So what I did is I did like mini U's and then made the eyelashes based off that and then just did that. I made the lower lashes just a little less. After that, we would work with the glare in the eye. Now, the glare, I just put a little bit of white, just my jelly roll. Now, this is if you want to do makeup. If you want to do makeup, you do a winged eyeliner like that on the left. It's wrong because on the right, it was more of a natural wing. So that was my video of my do's and don'ts for for eyes. I hope you liked it. Like, comment, and subscribe for more tutorials like this. And I'll see you guys later. Bye!